In 1953, the CIA began dosing unwitting American citizens with LSD. They were searching for the ultimate truth serum. What they created was 20 years of psychological torture. The Cold War was at its peak. America feared that Soviet and Chinese forces had discovered mind control techniques. The CIA was terrified of falling behind, so they launched MKUltra, a top-secret program that would span 2 decades and destroy thousands of innocent lives. Dr. Sidney Gottlieb was the mastermind, a chemist with a club foot and a stutter. His colleagues called him the Black Sorcerer. Gottlieb believed LSD could crack open the human mind, make people confess their deepest secrets, turn enemies into allies. The program officially began on April 13, 1953. Its budget? $25 million. That's over $270 million in today's money. MKUltra had 149 sub-projects. They operated in 80 institutions, universities, hospitals, prisons, psychiatric facilities. The subjects had no idea what was happening to them. Patients seeking help for depression. College students promised easy money. Prison inmates with no choice. At Allen Memorial Institute in Montreal, Dr. Ewan Cameron conducted the most brutal experiments. He called it psychic driving. Cameron would put patients into drug-induced comas for weeks. Play the same message over and over, hundreds of times per day. One patient, Linda McDonald, was erased completely. She forgot her husband, her children, even how to use a toilet. In San Francisco, the CIA opened brothels. They dosed clients with LSD and watched through one-way mirrors. The operation was called Midnight Climax. George White ran the brothel experiments, a former narcotics agent who loved his job. "I was a very minor missionary," he later wrote, "in a very major crusade. Back at CIA headquarters, they were dosing each other. Office parties became testing grounds. Colleagues slipped acid into coffee cups. Frank Olson was a biochemist working on biological weapons. In November 1953, Sidney Gottlieb spiked his drink at a company retreat. 9 days later, Olson plunged from a hotel window in New York, 10 stories down. The CIA called it suicide, but Olson's family suspected murder. They believed Frank was about to expose the program. His death was a warning to others. The experiments grew more extreme. Electroshock therapy, sensory deprivation, temperature manipulation. They tested every form of psychological torture. At Vacaville Prison in California, inmates were given massive doses of LSD, then locked in isolation for days. Some never recovered. Dr. Harris Isbell ran drug experiments on mostly African-American patients in Lexington, Kentucky. Some subjects were high on LSD for 77 consecutive days. The CIA recruited Nazi scientists through Operation Paperclip, men who had experimented on concentration camp victims. They brought their expertise to MKUltra. By the early 1970s, the program was falling apart. Investigative journalists were asking questions. Congress was demanding answers. In 1973, CIA Director Richard Helms ordered all MKUltra files destroyed. Thousands of documents were shredded. The evidence was disappearing. But some files survived. In 1977, the Church Committee exposed MKUltra to the world. The public was horrified. Survivors began coming forward. They filed lawsuits, demanded justice. Most received small settlements and no apologies. The human cost was staggering. Broken families, shattered minds, suicides, lives destroyed in the name of national security. Today, MKUltra stands as one of the CIA's darkest chapters, a reminder of what happens when power operates without oversight. The search for mind control failed, but it left scars that last generations. Some secrets should never be kept. This is Declassified, where hidden history comes to light. Subscribe for more stories they try to bury.